I know you ain't into old stuff.
What do you mean? I'm into it. I just ain't got no cash.
I wanted to see before it got away.
How you doing, man? You ready to get some garage space back? What's up, man? Coming out. Rolls nice, huh? Huh?
You want me to help you steer?
So far, she's doing good. Nah, you're good. Just watch the dogs. Just watch the dogs.
Dude, look, come here.
Okay, and here we go. 1936 Chevy Grandmaster truck that we just picked up down the street from my house. Didn't even know it was there. Not even a mile down the road. Isn't that always the way? That's the stories you always hear anyway. So we are going to do the walk around. I just got to get new tires on the front. They are flat. I got them in the truck. We'll put those on. And all I really want to do with this one, guys, is show you the truck and then just try to get it running. I don't think I'm going to try to do a let's drive it 100 miles, let's drive it around the block. I don't even know if the brakes are good in this thing. It might be, and if they are, I'll let her eat. But if not, we'll just get it running. And then this one will be for sale. So 36, I thought it was a 35 at first. Total's a 36. No title, of course. And I need to find a serial number on this thing. So anyway, let's just walk around. Let's see. Let me show you what I see. Okay, real great, good find. This thing is just, I'm not saying it's pristine by any means, but there's very minimal rust in it. Now it is ratty, don't get me wrong. It's ratty as ratty can be. Somebody looks like they painted it with a house sprayer back in the 80s, primed it. But if you're looking for, like, this thing would be an awesome little rat truck, in my opinion. So if you're looking to do a rat truck, slam it, throw like a, let's not throw no 350, let's throw something cool in it, like an Oldsmobile motor, something crazy like that. Cadillac motor would be cool. Anyway, I'm just pipe dreaming here, but let me show you the back, and I will wash this for you and everything. But somebody did the wood bed and it looks real good. Now this thing's been sitting in my backyard probably for a couple weeks because I'm finally able to get a look-see at it. But I just want to do a walk around. Don't mind the front here. I'm going to put the wheels back on it so it can roll. But this is kind of cool. It's got the spare tire rack. I do have all the original rims for it in the back here, as you've seen. Those are the original wheels. Tires, not so much, but the wheels. So that's kind of a cool little thing there. Let's see. Not bad. Got a little hole here. You know, nothing crazy. Looks like an old patch job back in the 40s or something. Who knows? I'm just guessing here. I will put it on the lift for you. Sniff test. I sniff tested it already, and it's rough. Yeah, it's either that fuel is all just varnished up and, I don't know, gelatin up in there, or it's just varnished. I don't know. We'll put it on the lift and just see if it sloshes around at all. If not, we'll just run it off gas can. No big deal. Tailgate's good condition for what it is. Looks like somebody like welded some plate or something in here at one time. Bullet hole comes with the truck. That's nice. Nice bullet hole that went through it. You know what I seen in the front? I didn't notice this before, but somebody shot this truck. Because right here's a bullet hole. These look like little BB hits, like kids were popping it with BBs. And then that must have went through the back, or either that looks like that went in. I don't know. Could have went in, stopped. Looks like somebody, the one in the back window, somebody shot through the back window. Who knows? It could have been a BB and then popped through, hit here. No, this is from the front. You can see that. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. It looks like it took a shot right here from a 22 round. But anyway, that's just part of the nostalgia. Let's go around to the driver's side. Let me show you inside this thing. It's really actually not bad condition for a 36. You want to say 35. 36, got a nice wood floor in it. Let's see, how many miles are on this bad boy? 8604. Oh, I hear something. That scared me. I don't know if there's a wasp nest in here. Anyway, 8504 looks like. It's got zero gas. We have the water gauge of 100 degrees Celsius. Right now, when it's cold, it's already at 100. That warmed up super fast. The oil, it has oil pressure at right over 0, and we have 0 amps. So anyway, that's the story on it. I get no key. That's a bonus. But this does have the old push starter style starter. You push it with your foot. So the key is basically, I think, just for electric. I don't know. No, it might turn the coil on. It might turn the power on. Anyway, we'll jump that. No big deal. We get these awesome bucket seats that came out of, I don't know, they actually look pretty good in here. I'm not going to lie. These bucket seats look very good. Like, I mean, I don't even know what these would come out of right here. If you guys know, leave me a comment. You know, everybody goes with the Mustang seats or something like that, but these are not Mustang seats. I have no idea. Camaro? Nah, I don't know. Anyway, they fit in here pretty good for like a ratty good seat. You get the nice plush tuck and groove shag style carpet here. You just tuck it and it's groovy and it's shaggy. So anyway, you get that. That comes with the truck. You get a free flywheel. This truck did come with a 350 engine on the engine stand, and I ended up selling it already for $1,200 because there ain't no way I was gonna put it in this truck anymore. So I had to recoup some cashola, so I got rid of it because this thing got a nice 6-cylinder in it. Let me show you. Before we get into that, grill is very good condition. Oh no, it's got a little knock right here. It's got the crank, where you put the crank in. If you're feeling real frisky, you can go ahead and try to crank that thing over. That's a bonus. Look at this right here. Now, is this not bad to the bone or what? You get this hood ornament with the spray can cap that sits over the radiators or radiator cap. I'm gonna flip this up here. And we have the nice straight 6 carburetor intact. Don't see an air cleaner unless it's in that box. Chevy inline, all the horses you could possibly need for a little truck like this. And we are going to see if it's freed up. I'm going to put a 6-cylinder battery to it, hope for the best. I will check the gas though. I'm not going to go ahead and just start pumping old gas in here. If anything, we'll disconnect it from the old school glass fuel filter style fuel pump. We will see if she's getting a spark. And yeah, we'll just try to fire her up and get her out of here. So anyway, hit me up in the comments. Well, if you're interested, we will let you know Actually, I'll let you know the price when I'm done. See if we can get it running first. Price goes up if I get it running, by the way. All right, let's get her pulled in. All right, I gotta wear my barbecue bib here. I am tired of ruining shirts. If anybody wants to send me a few of their shirts for their YouTube channel, I will wear them proudly on mine. No problem at all. Anyway, let's open this up. Let's see what we're working with. Let me show you, because this thing did come off. This is a finger biter right there. For sure. Does it come off? Yes. Dang, it's heavy too. Very awkward. Is it gonna pinch my fingers in 10 different directions here? One thing I want to see is if this bad boy even got any oil in it. Yes. Black, but it is in there. These 6 cylinders run forever anyway. Hopefully the valves aren't stuck. Because if you get sticky valves, then this thing is going to fight. I'm not going to pull the valve cover yet. Like I said, we're just trying to do drive out of the bay. I'm not driving this thing or anything crazy. I just want to see if I could get it running. That is my big concern. Radiator might be good too. I do not know. Anyway, I'm going to squirt these plugs and we'll see if we can get them out. Sweet, broke the first plug already. That's always a bonus. That was my own fault. Let's go ahead and squirt these. Let me tell you a story on this truck. So my buddy down the street, Gil, I've known him for like 8 years now, maybe like even 10 almost. He said, "Hey Brad, you want to come check out my buddy's truck and try to put it for sale?" And I was like, yeah, it's fine. And I was gonna put it on my Poor Boys Garage group page on Facebook, like I always do on stuff. And I was thinking it's probably like a 90s truck or something. I don't know why I was thinking that. I go over to the shop, or his garage, and this thing's sitting there. And the story is, it came from Minnesota, out of a barn, of course, out of a barn, they're all out of a barn. And he's had it for 10 years, and he never did nothing with it. It was just sitting in the garage for 10 years. And it was right down the street from my house. I had no idea it was even down there. I've never seen him open the garage door and seen it in there. So he wanted to just get what he had into it, which was $4,500. I said I could probably maybe get you $6,000 out of it. And my buddy Larry came over. That him and I do all the wheeling and dealing and buy cars and all that crap. And I asked the guy, I said, do you just want to get it out of here today and we'll just give you what you got into it? And he said, yeah, just get it out of here. So that's basically the story on it. No title, sitting in a barn in Minnesota. He got it down here and never did nothing with it. So all I want to do is see if I can't get it running. That's the story in a nutshell. And that's what I got, and this is why I'm sticking to it. Another thing that I'm going to do real quick while I'm here is I'm just going to, I'll replace this line anyway. I think it's a rubber hose right there, I want to say. Oh dang, that's hard as a rock. Is that rubber? I don't know. Yeah, it's some kind of plastic. I just want to cut that so I'm not yanking any kind of gas up in this thing if it even does turn over. So I grabbed a fan and I was like, dude, this thing stuck solid. And then it was. Now it's spinning, the belt's spinning. But what I ended up doing is I was thinking, man, what am I going to have to do? Yank this thing down the street and put it in gear? Because I don't have that crank. You know, that old school crank like this. And if you look on the front, those harmonic balancers got like this weird key style for the crank. So it's not like you just stick a big old socket on there. So anyway, I just put it in gear and started rolling it just to see what it'll do. I'm trying to roll it while I hold this camera. So I'm in like second gear. I don't know what gear I'm in. And looks good right there so far. You can see the fan moving. Probably just had a little humidity in it. I'm pretty good with that. As long as I see it rolling a little bit, I'm sure the starter will crank it around. So that's probably all I need to do really, is just go get a battery for this bad boy and just crank her around a couple times. I'm gonna pull the distributor, just look at them points, clean them off, just clean off battery terminals. And yeah, so we're in there. I think we're in there. Knock on wood. What I want to do now is just tap this starter, which I'm pretty sure I can get to it right here, and see if this thing will even spin over. So, wish me luck. I'm going to stick my hand down in here and push this starter button up. I see the starter is kicking in, but it's not kicking the truck in, which that's always a bad sign, because if this starter's jacked up, it's going to be a nut roll to fix it, because I just don't have these on standby. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if this worked or not. Take it out of gear. Oh yeah. See if she'll push through. Alright, we're golden. I can at least check to see if there's compression on this crap. Yes. 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 Alright, all the valves are working. That was the problem. We got lucky on that one, guys. Like, I just guessed that it was that gear not meshing with that flywheel and just seen that said rebuilt on it. So we're in there like swimwear. I'm gonna pull this battery back out, clean some terminals, and yeah, we'll keep on grinding. I got my buddy coming over to give me a hand today. So if you see him in the video, that's what that's all about. All right, so my buddy Jack stopped by. We're gonna try to see if this thing will get some spark. I'm just gonna run it right to the coil, just a wire to the coil. We'll push down the starter, and I wanna see if any of these wires that go to the spark plugs are able to show any kind of spark at all. See if we can just get lucky. All right, so we got our hot. We got this. Now I gotta jump a wire from here to there. Nothing at all, bro. Heard something. Gotta pull the distributor. So that's a no-go. Let's pull the distributor, let me look at the points, and then we'll fire the camera back up. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do here is look at these points. And you know how this always goes. You always got to file them. They're already looking pretty crappy anyway as it is. So I'm going to file these points. I'm going to reset them and just make sure they're getting any kind of spark at all. All right. All right, so we got what we think power out of the points, out of the distributor, all the way around. We changed the wires out. I threw 12-volt battery on her. You could do it on a 6-volt, but you can't hold the starter for long, otherwise you burn out the starter. We're going to spin her up a little bit with 12 volts. I'm going to throw some gas down the throat and just see if we can get anything at all. So, wish us luck. All right. Here goes nothing. Bam! That's how you do it. She runs. So we did have spark, I think, the whole time. It's just it's on a 6-volt. It's just so soft of a spark because it's so slow. You gotta sit there and wait. You know how it keep coming around and
Yeah.
spark will click, spark, spark. It wasn't like clink, 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 you know, like that.
Is it possible that after running the motor more, that 6 volt will be able to turn it over faster? And,
6 volts
it's just
sucks.
always gonna be
It's
that?
always going to be. So, nah, that's it. I don't want to use this no more. So I don't know, man. Oh, shit.
Did dude say when the last time this was that it ran?
I don't think he's ever had it run. He's had it for 10 years. I think he got hung up on that starter and probably never got it to run. And then
So it's been sitting out in the woods for 10 years.
No, it was in his garage for 10 years. In the garage. But I heard it came from Minnesota out of the barn. The usual, out of the barn. So, what we could probably do is, let's see if it'll fire off the 6 volts. Put it up on the lift. Let's look underneath it. I didn't do no videos of it underneath. And let's drop the tank and just see if we could blow the lines out and see if we could get it actually to pull fuel from the tank so I ain't got to dump it down the throat. All right, so we got her up in the air. We're just going to blow the lines out in the fuel tank. I was going to originally drop the tank, but I don't think there's any fuel in it. So anyway, I'm going to pull a line, I'll blow through it, connect them back up, see if it'll pull fuel by itself. And then also I want to give you guys a little underneath this bad boy and show you what we're working with here. So if we got the tank, I think we're under agreement that this does not have any fuel in it. I'm just going to pull the line right here and just make sure I can blow through it. Now this thing, for being a 1936, is not bad. I can see he's got some wood under the bed. This is cool. I guess he just has the bed just laying on there. I can't really figure that out yet. But someone was running a glass pack at one time, one of the long ones, which means it was more quiet, which is good. But the exhaust is a little rough on this thing for sure. It's hanging. I'm just gonna leave it that way for now. I don't know if I'm gonna mess with it right this instant. What is this? This is a different style of training. I think it's it has like, it goes up and down, I think, and then you flip a lever and then you get third and fourth. I don't know. I have to still mess with that when we get it running. I can at least pull it out and see. But it's not like an H pattern, like an original, like a 4-cylinder, or it's like a 3. It might be even a 3-speed. You flip it up and down. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments. I haven't really figured that one out yet. Anyway, she's a little soaked on the bottom, which, you know, go figure for a 36. That's just what's going to happen here. Got a little bit of smoke coming out of this bad boy. No big deal. Anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to pull this tank, and then we will fire the camera back up and show you guys what's going on here. Alright, so Jack is just doing this fuel line, putting it back together. What we found out was we pulled the tank was clogged up inside, so we ended up having to unclog the little tube that goes down in here. And we put the tank back in. I'm gonna go ahead and put some fuel in it. I'm gonna put some pressure to the tank and see if I can't like prime the fuel line and fuel filter up top, because I know this thing's so old, I don't know if it'll pull fuel straight from the tank like that. And then we'll see if we can't get her fired up one more time. Then from there, we may be doing some electrical work to see if I can get it to work off the key and not just bypassing all that stuff. That'd make it a little bit nicer for the next guy. So, but until then, we are still going. We're gonna get her down, see if we can't put some fuel to her and see if we can't fire her up. You know, we gotta disconnect. We need to disconnect. Pull that loop, really. Disconnect the carburetor where it goes up to the carburetor. Disconnect that one so we can try to blow it all the way through up to the carburetor. You'll see up there what I'm talking about. That line. Alright, just getting some fuel in here. Let's see if we can't get some fuel to come all the way up to the front. Alright, I think we're good. I may have to put it on 12 volts again, man. Just to get that gas pump. I don't know. God, if that thing ain't slow. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Roar. Roar. Let's see it. What does it do? Swirl like crazy? Oh yeah, it filled up. Yeah, yeah. Sweet. Yeah, it filled up the thing and everything. Cool, see? Ding, ding, ding. Oh, that was you.
Yeah, it did something, didn't it?
You kicked something. I think it's. You think it's getting gas? I mean, that ran for a while. I think we're getting gas. I think it's sucking fuel. I just don't want to. Now I'm scared to keep this wire on it because it's 12 volt. This is. You think it'll move on its own power? Is it leaking bad or just?
Look at the bottle. I don't know if it's sealed.
Let's see what this bad boy does here. I'm double fisting cameras here. Yeah. Do a burnout. Yeah, he got second right there. Yeah. All right, here we go, maiden voyage. So you said first is, that's first?
I think that was reverse.
I mean, it's a tight fucking.
I took off here.
That's first. brakes. Hell, I don't know if it'll make it to Gills. Oh shit. How do you get hurt? I better not go, dude. If I have to hit the brakes, I'm gonna be dead. Oh, this thing's awesome. Old school, boy. Can you imagine in the old days driving this, like, good lord, down them old dirt roads and just being like, dude,
Looks much smaller or something.
well, these seats might be higher, but yeah, they are smaller. Yeah, they are small. I don't know, that's why I was thinking this handle does something. Well, they ain't home anyway. He's just staying running. Shit. Bam. Done. I mean, there ain't no freaking third. Oh, that's reverse. Oh, that's still second.
I think it's in there somewhere. We just don't find it. This does something.
Might not even be hooked up. They're all fucking laughing.
Got fucking air conditioning.
Hell yeah, bro. It's fucking, this is shit for the 30s. Fucker runs good too. the 1936, I gotta remember this, Grandmaster truck, 6-cylinder, of course. Had a great time with this thing. Man, it was awesome to drive it. My buddy Jack come over. He's a Marine as well, so he wanted to get in on some wrenching, and he got his fill yesterday for sure. I think we started at like 10 and didn't eat, didn't do nothing, didn't even hardly take a water break, and I don't think we stopped till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's the drive you get. You know, you see that tunnel vision, and you're like, we're getting it running, and we're not stopping. So anyway, I appreciate you, Jack. Thanks for coming over, man. You're always welcome over here. Let's do it again. I'm sure there'll be plenty of cars coming through this thing for sure. A couple things we did figure out. I kept saying there's like a little lever on the shifter, and you guys don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I think that was a reverse lever. So when you pull it up, you could throw it down into reverse. It seemed to go in reverse real easy after I started figuring out that little trigger lever. So that was one thing. Also, you heard a story on it. My buddy Gil, his friend had the truck. My buddy Gil lives down the street, and he was telling me that his buddy never even had it running or driving, and he's had it sitting in that garage for like 10, 12 years. So if that's the story, that's awesome. So the thing hasn't ran in a while. I always enjoy, getting these things running, and driving them's even more fun. It's like, man, I can't believe these people drove down dirt roads back in the 30s, and they were cruising, So anyway, other than that, truck is awesome. It will be for sale. Be an awesome rat truck for somebody, man. I always like seeing these things slam down, put like a cool old Oldsmobile engine in it or something off the cuff, like an old nailhead engine or something. Get tired of seeing the 350s all the time, although they are cool, and I'm not trying to knock them. It's just like, throw something weird in it, do something crazy. Anyway, Skyrocket, that's the engine I'm thinking of. Throw like an old Skyrocket Oldsmobile motor in this thing. Oh, man. And I had one around here, too, and I could have. Anyway, we're not going down that road. So next week, you'll probably see it on Marketplace. Just look us up on New Bern Marketplace if you're that interested. Unfortunately, I don't have a title for it. That kind of sucks. But I can't give you a bill of sale. We could always do that. But some of these states, it's real easy to get a title. Around here, you could get them, but it's a process. Anyway, my name's Brad, Poor Boy's Garage. Until next time, I got a few things up my sleeve, of course. But let them rip, not rot. Keep on saving them. Don't send them to the crusher, because that's what everybody wants us to do nowadays with this economy. Holy crap. I appreciate you, and we are out. Thanks, guys, for coming, man. That was awesome.